Yo, Craig, Emil, remember that time you almost lost Andy to Notorious biker gang? The night started with our gig at the Doors Taco Joint and Metal Bar in Hamilton, Ontario. This was our third show on the tour, and we were playing it with Among Legends, Crafting Lies, and this crazy ska punk band Stork and the Baby Makers. The venue seems just like your average bar when you enter roadside, but as we climb the stairs to the next level, we realized why it's called a metal bar. Just to climb up the stairs alone was giving me heebie-jeebies. Now I don't know if this place is haunted or that's just the vibe they were going for the decor, but it was extremely convincing. I remember the chandelier and a massive door next to the stage that looked like they were ripped out of an abandoned Gothic church. We quickly set up our merch table and got to work. The night was going great. All the bands were high energy and turned out to be some really cool people to hang with. Between sets, we go downstairs to the bar, which again was a completely different vibe from the dark, almost haunted atmosphere upstairs. But we get some local craft beer between sets and head back up to our table to see if we could push off some merch. Soon it was time for our set, and we couldn't wait to get on stage.
Hurry up and tell them about the part with Andy and the biker gang.
Yes, I'm getting there. So we finished our set and stuck around to mingle with the other bands for a bit. Pretty soon, the Doors pub was closing, so we needed to find a bar that would still be open to continue drinking. So we took a stroll down the street that was pretty much deserted at this point. But in the distance, we could hear the sound of live music. That coupled with some cold beers, and this is turning out to be the ideal after gig line. Before entering, some of the others decided to grab a bite around the corner, leaving me, Dara, our tour manager, and Andy, the keyboardist, to go inside alone. As we entered the bar with the live music, we immediately noticed things were a bit odd. Everyone in the bar was huge, covered in tattoos and wearing denim jackets. It felt like we were in an episode of Sons of Anarchy. And for a while, we were standing back away from the crowded bar, a bit skeptical about approaching, as everyone at this bar was twice our size. But I needed a cold brew. So I approached the bar and politely asked the guy in front of me if I could get to the bar, and he turns around and in the most Canadian voice ever says, "Oh, sorry, you want a drink, eh?"
Philip, Canadians do not sound like that.
At this point, everyone's in shock because we were expecting him to kick my ass. But this guy turned out to be one of the most polite people I've ever met. Before I knew it, I befriended this guy at the bar who was telling me about this band and how he comes down to listen to these guys every week. Not too long after, the others show up and immediately turn their attention to the live band. These guys were way more experienced, and we could tell that they've been playing for a while. I turned back to the bar to get another beer, and I noticed this dude with tattoos on his face, looking a bit like Post Malone. So I turned to Craig, and I'm like, "Is that Post Malone?"
But it looked just like him though.
This shady Post Malone looking character at the end of the bar was really starting to creep us out, because he kept staring, and every few minutes he would disappear into this back room. But our focus now was back on the band, who were now playing Guns N' Roses. Before long, the band was on their break, and they approached us at the bar. They obviously could tell that we were musicians, and they immediately started up a convo with us. These guys were Irie. We talked for a few minutes, explained to them that we're from Barbados, and we played at the Doors pub not too long ago. And they started telling us about their careers as musicians and how they had retired from that life and are now gigging at local bars just for fun. These guys seemed cool, so we decided to stick around for their second set, but their keyboardist was missing. So the singer asked Andy if he wanted to play a couple songs until he got back. Andy was a bit reluctant at first, as he just met the keyboardist, and some musicians could be a bit funny when it comes to their gear. But the lead singer insisted, so Andy went ahead and started his set. And things are going great until this Post Malone fella comes back out from the back room.
I love that you're still calling him Post Malone.
Cause it's him. Anyway, he came out looking like he'd seen a ghost. He approaches us and is like, "Did the keyboardist tell your boy that he could play?" And Craig is like,
No.
Post Malone then is like, "That's strange, cause he never lets anyone touch his keys." Then this Post Malone dude just disappears into this back room again, leaving us fearing the worst. And Dara wasn't helping by telling us about this gang and how they pretty much run things in Canada. We started to panic. What is going on in this back room? Is this bar just a front? Do they hold their organized crime meetings in the back room? And most importantly, what is the real keyboardist going to do when he comes out and sees Andy playing? It was at this point I suggested that we leave Andy behind and save ourselves. But Emil won't have it.
I mean, we couldn't just leave him there.
Andy was now on his third song before the original keyboardist emerges from the back room smiling. He's like, "I thought I heard my keyboard." Then looks at us and is like, "Your guys ain't too shabby." And I guess at this point he saw the look on our faces and was like, "Don't worry, it's okay." There was just this massive sigh of relief. We briskly dragged Andy off stage and retreated to the bar. There, we waited until the end of their second set while watching Starship Troopers on the bar TV. So, we learned that the Notorious biker gang, who we got through this entire episode without naming, are a group of very polite folk with very great taste in music, but questionable taste in sci-fi movies.